All right, we are going to convert quadratic functions into different forms. The first one, we are going to convert from vertex form to standard form. So to do this, what I need to do first is multiply x minus 2 by x minus 2. When you square something, what you're doing is you're multiplying it by itself. So I'm going to multiply x and x, get x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Then I combine the like terms and get x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now I'm not done yet though, because I had this plus 3 at the end. So now I need to add 3 and combine the like terms again. So I get, for my final answer, f of x equals x squared minus 4x plus 7. Now in this next example, I'm in factored form, and I'm going to get the equation into standard form. First, what I do is multiply x minus 4 by x plus 3. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Combine the like terms, and you get x squared minus 1x minus 12. Now again, I'm not done because I need to multiply that by 2. So when I multiply by 2, I get my final answer, h of x equals 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative x is negative 2x. And 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. All right, taking a look at number 3 now. We're in factored form again. This time we're going to vertex form. Now, I'm going to actually go to standard form first. I'm going to multiply x and x, x and negative 5, negative 8 and x, and negative 8 and negative 5. And then combine the like terms. All right, now that I'm in standard form, what I'm going to do is complete the square with these first two terms here. And I'm going to write this up here. So I'm going to write down the first two terms, and then I'm going to leave a gap. And then write the plus 40. Now, whatever I fill in the gap here, I need to undo over here. So I'm going to add some number here, and I got to subtract. I got to take away from that number over there in order to maintain the balance in the equation. All right, so to figure out what number I need to put here, I take the number in front of x, divided by 2. Now, 2 doesn't go into 13 evenly, so I'm just going to leave it as a fraction, negative 13 over 2. And then I square that number, so I get 169 over 4 here. Now, again, whatever I add here, I need to undo to maintain the balance. All right, so the first three terms here, I'm going to factor as x minus 13 over 2, quantity squared. And then over here, combining these numbers together, when you combine fractions, bottoms have to be the same. Right now, 40 is 40 over 1. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 4 so that I can get the bottom to match the other fraction. So that gives me 160 over 4. So now I'm going to take this 160 over 4 minus 169 over 4 to get negative 9 over 4. And then my function's f of x equals x minus 13 over 2 quantity squared. minus 9/4. All right, and then our last example, we are going to take the standard form of this equation and convert it to vertex form. So I'm going to write 2x squared plus 4x, leave a gap, and then minus 1, and then whatever we add here, we need to take away over here. This one we got to be a little careful though, because notice 2 goes into the 2x squared and 2 goes into the 4x. So I'm going to factor out a 2 first and get x squared plus 2x. So whatever I fill in the gap here, I actually need to multiply by 2 and take away over here. All right, so taking the number in front of x, divided by 2, that gives me 1. 1 squared is 1. So notice I'm adding 1 in here, but what I'm really adding to the equation is 2 times 1. So I need to undo that by subtracting 2. All right, I'm running out of room down here, so let me go over here. So now I'm going to complete the square, write this in factored form. That'll be x plus 1 quantity squared, and then minus 3 at the end. So my function is going to be g of x equals 2 times the quantity x plus 1 squared minus 3.